Muamunim, your most authoritative panel, Ewahande, and Cheni Beba Bekaho, but the brilliant independent presidential candidate, Kofi Krantain, Ewahande, Washene Fugu Ekales, Mafi Kwame Nkrumah, Kofi Waha, and Nano Pay, Sanso, and Ivan, innocent, and so aha, and le anopay. Ebe boy na fin sama hodoa ewo hono yetimi ababa mu ye e de amount and anopay ba momodi an shed and suma me say we hear the virgin doctor Dr. Lawsey Herbal Center for Indro no Lord Care bema ehok ebe ke fine pa sister obeye rubber complete obeye de wonam oba de wonam nye da okwa wunduru da eye ni ye jao wako all night sa check it wonam nye de nye all night ne de kwa ware all night yem fan ware nka sofo ne kunu nja no ana sof maame onu su kunu mfa ne nwo se dwo nye all night ne de ware ma wonam nye de aduane nye de no yendi entina Ghana ha beba no na wa chesi gota ho pa gota no mu kan na nkrofo etsola to because aduane ne de ma wonam nye de uhia Lord Care mixture ne bi ebe bo na fe delay man capsules no so betimi ama why be ma heavy pa bra be ma heavy pa na fe Lawson Herbal mixture no so malaria and typhoid be wo so no be ko na Lawson Herbal ointment no so e de atwitwu na honam ya wo nyina so e Friday o 0242133577 ye beje o so dodo Puma drinks no so e wo hobo modiana facial no so sana famayen Ubinya mukola ne orange ne tamarind ne pineapple ne apple ne tropical no heavy pa program bia wo ye bia no betimi atobi e de aba se betimi kra de aye urade didi e wa story we another quality product from Casapreco Company Limited o 0262351251 ye beje wo so dodo Verma Plus Limited for e de little capsules de aba ya na wanuma ye style bi nye wanum na ye ode Wenum na style bi but more than okasa good ni paso na trouble asifie ho omode so benya little capsules ne bi and no be bo na fe X Drive capsules no so no edu akagina mbra odobnada de bia obetimi ado na Prostavite capsules no so no wo eye dwonso problem bia ni na no be free dia ma offer 0244370702 yebeje wo sododo Test Prom Estate Limited for the Wamuska, Mudisidan, what the answer of a free one. That was 0246 339 226 0246 339 226. No, no, the Ekuta home. The Atina very simple. What was assassin when you the Sikabesi dynamo? What was it in fee for dunum at the tria? Say, we are no crana wow, Sika or the Bessi dynamo, Metallics Group Limited. One more alloys and can aluminium materials, papa pie, it good dying so. Sa roofing sheet we no nya dia ebe popo ensei enye hwe uhia enobi stone coated duracell correct one and also be na uhia plastic T&J wo de be yo seal no e wo fie on metal steel trusses and so ebe ko yi pa na wenya clay bricks and tiles correct one Mr. there was Spintex Road Melcom Dynamo Jolu behind the plant pool na fe en kokon so boba village ona Offer 0272-156-777. Yebejo, so Metallics the quality you can trust. Mamimra, studio na fei. Ya mon komo. Me can sanka budget na minim say next week. Maybe na na do keka ne ho say obeba na nka ja ma sha ase na ya ka ho asem putupuru. Kwasi ada na o se maba adwuma. Ya me na me nie metwa leave no so baba. Nti yebeka ho asem kakra manati bi ono ane budget na odo suma finance minister say onko kan emma no but no ade what say be catch them say so wanko keta let us say heartless so onye yimu no odwene nipa ho pa de a onko keta because it must say a whole community of more than 7,000 people tidal waves at this place omo ntimi nkofie ebinum go community centers ebinum go nsori them. That's a president in Timin called Ahum Tekakra. I know they are making crato no. Men crato at Tosumi. A 3 billion Ghana cedis. Yes, 2022. Yeah, the core office of the president. That is 488 million 610,000 US dollars. Close to $500 million. And the office of the president. There were 365 days. There's only 488 million. And the office of the president for 1 day. Let's just say a day biano, office of the president, you did more than $1 million.
Hey, just say
a simple calculation. With the $488 million in the office of the president for the just 2022, 1st January 2022 to 31st December 2022, $488 million. And it's what is Asikano. We'll calculate in a year, and just say every day, Biano, president, and then a pump for Kakano Mufiono, we did more than $1 million.
how?
What's it how?
I mean, this is ridiculous. Oh gosh, Captain. Don't do this, Captain. Come on, help us.
Go Viade.
Who comes up with these numbers? Just say, Captain.
Yes, sir.
You record down. You do a saman kese honum ne namani a jina wo village bi ni ahwe ho ne aye assessment say village wo hwese na eye se na niama apansama tetew na me catch you say wukura $10,000 wo betumi aye serious impact ebia wo be sit down community center bi wo be ye made farming na what I say farming na because made minim for a fact say farming pet ne betumi aye fi inti what in yana 10,000 what in yana $100,000 pet inti so we bu $100,000 into a millionaire when you're 10 inti 10 times 40 inti nature say 400 villages can be affected by just the budget to the presidency for 1 year at $100,000 per village. Wouldn't you me the 100,000 ayana? I mean, just Ghana for yeah, must be blame. You've been in business for 5 years, American presidency. Inti for 5 years, no, BB to say water in kuwa ni fridge ni adeno what 12 year times 5 because you've been in business for 5 years. A organization, regime Aristotle. You are in your at the end of your 5th year, 1,750 days plus. You've been in business for 1,750 days plus. BBS said we here for the presidency, at this point, why you did out? Do you really need 480 million?
88,610,000
Ghana for
US
I mean,
dollars.
seriously.
It's every day, our president best spending 1.3,036,804 million US dollars.
I mean, who runs this country? Now we know about catching Mr. President, no 128% of your receivables goes to paying public sector workers and the interest on our debt. Mr. President, Mamin Kansa Menchiro, wouldn't Mr. Bahumia and Ken, listen to me. More protocol are moody go banks, So what this our protocol evaluate more and come on as say work shut mo down. Kona kwayan kontana he. Protocol a mode agu nkrofo lives a mode agu banks ne aden what is our protocol na no evaluate mo an kese say wogu mo as an institution wunim sa na Ken wunim sa go and do the math. In fact we are worse than all the banks are what collapse what can we na bom kra we are worse sen won we are worse won wo pa akobun kunta na he na tiwi o krapeni kase we tiwi a just say ade a we no kra wunnim ade a we. In the last 10 years agriculture sector in Kwa they went from 30.8% of one effect to the GDP, they went from 30.8% to 15.3%. A decline of more than 50%. Also na sika Ghana fu sika SSA what did tear down yet? Just say I don't even understand you. A whole agriculture sector a decline more than 50%. Inti just say mo 5 years now mo buy you neglected agriculture. Mo sorry mo say planting for food. Mo plan mo say factory. I mean gimmicks. Mo the gimmicks. Now mo to Ghana for and you don't even have a clue how these gimmicks even work. You can't even fake this thing. You can't even fake it. But umiaba concept. Now, oh, mudidi we are sebo be jare yakosi toilet. Or president, vice president, I wouldn't know where toilets are. Just say, how can you be a vice president? And you want to be president? You got to be out of your. I don't want to use the word. You got to be out of your mind. You really have to be out of the whole MPP. You have failed. You have failed miserably. You can't even make sense of your failure. You were so. It's so despicably bad. Say, we can't even begin a conversation about your failure. You are a disgrace. Oh, listen. Hey, now, Captain, I mean, doesn't it 488 million for the presidency after 5 years? What do you want? How do you spend that money? Do you know what 488 million? I mean, that's it.
Florida alone is bigger than Ghana. Atlanta, Georgia is bigger than Ghana. Columbus, Ohio is bigger than Ghana. The entire New York space is bigger than Ghana. Baltimore is even bigger than Ghana. The whole American presidency budget for the entire America, which is more than 60 times bigger than Ghana, is $700 million. And we, your presidency, is taking close to $500 million. 1 year.
Hey, Ghana. It is what's sorry now by capacity.
No, indirectly, they want to pay the first lady and the second lady.
But how
that's it.
How do you use $488 million? Another
yes.
dollar in the value as a son.
That's 3 billion Ghana cedis.
How do you justify that? Now, more Mugu Parliament or NDC for my penny Sadi Rekosono. Muna, you are to be blamed. Let me tell you something. You are equally guilty to have one presidency, office of the president. After 5 years, then you know, fridges air condition carpet in the first year. In your second year, just in case you didn't get the first year right. When your third year as confirmation to near my year first and second year. When your fourth year, fifth year, so what? How? Captain, this is painful for Ghana. Ghana for say, what can say we support to NDC and MPP alone? As I said, one can say, wow.
Hey.
Oh, you. Because, hey, one actually prove without a doubt to say these guys are not thinkers. They cannot think. They close their eyes and throw it to the wall and hope it sticks. And then open the eyes. Hey, we got this close. Let's rearrange. Let's recalibrate. You can't possibly be this bad and still make these mistakes. And budget will be ready, you know. So, Captain, would you say 30.8 million Ghanaians, you know? Pillars are yes 7.6%. The Nipa were in the category of 18 years to 60 years. I will bet me a human. What as a factor of 30.8 million now, a 7.67%, and within that 7.6%, you know, one unemployment for and come home. One for one what live between. This is painful.
No, you see, it never be it doesn't make sense anymore. I mean, if not meet budgets about health sector. Yeah, kind budget na makwa so kind, and me fear so kind called dance man. Enti me simiti as say.
Ubedi yawa.
Na me hwe say wonim wo share Africa say one major sector employ a lot of youth sports. We share employment graph in this year. Africa sports and Kwano are employ 59%. We call Kenya, we call South Africa, we call Malawi, we call Uganda, we call even Guinea, we call Tanzania, we call even Ivory Coast in Togo. Sports, I employ 59% of their youth. Ghana sports, I employ 0.9%. Yeah, can budget though. There was nothing we bet me I can say budget and say over year. It was sports.
And come on,
now, what for the arts industry, arts and entertainment industry now? We share the range of America, Scotland, and even Glasgow, president to go 89% of the youth in Glasgow, they are being employed by the arts and entertainment industry in Glasgow. Ghana, arts and entertainment now are 0.4 and 1%.
Oh, man.
One can't hear you. And see, and near my bed, Ghana, me Bruno, about where you're careless about it.
Careless?
Yeah, I mean, kind of say.
That's an understatement. That's an understatement, Captain. Who to mean careless? These guys, they are clueless.
Okay.
They are clueless to the point that it's so ridiculous to say it blows your mind. Okay? Bahumia, we say Bahumia ne kende. It's a Ponzi scheme.
And are you sure Bahumia is really in charge of the economic management team?
Yeah, but it's a Ponzi scheme because Ghana, it just does not make sense. Okay? What your finance minister? Now, per se, among tier taxes are, over 70% of the population in informal sector. Will apply VAT to sa sector now. What can we teach in Suase? What can we teach in Suase? The type of taxes, as I said, what they map the population, no, it has to be direct taxes. Equal to one a functional paycheck. What we can say, a year in a minya. Now, why apply VAT? Everybody pays taxes, and the most disgraceful statement finance minister been making is say only 10% of the population pays taxes. 10% of the population pays taxes. Number one, what buy for 5 years now? When one more analysis prior to you were friending 1,750 days now, and who said 10% in a nature taxes now will buy and SL will be make change. After 5 years now, after 5 budgets now, 4 budgets now, we can't change is 10%. And if they blow me mind, they say 10% of the population nature taxes are 90% now can what to broda what you have VAT and the tax the tax VAT in your tax. How can you put VAT, increase VAT on people? 9 million people they make more than 5 cedis a day. How? But I don't even understand the math. Over
the weekend, gentlemen, you're TV3 Saturday political talk show. Your friend said, "Oh, 3 FM morning show." No, Alfred. I was listening to Alfred and one MPP guy and one NDC guy. But I don't even want to mention the names of the politicians. And from all the calculations, it's a lie. Say anybody in this country would think that only 10% of the population is tax. It's not true. Because don't forget that those on government payrolls is here over 800,000. One more government payroll, of which obia income tax. Until I said 10% the tax. That's a huge lie. Yeah, what private sector no? Yeah, 4.7 million. If you have media general no, you bro 400.
Wow.
Yeah, young choir bro 400. Debbie, what was that? What the one I won't pay ya?
Just cook figures.
You just cook figures.
How can you cook?
Yeah.
You see?
Because they don't respect us.
No. Obia. Now we call informal sector now. Would you assume say we 1 million commercial vehicles in Ghana? Would they just assume? Say we 1 million commercial vehicles. We no mutual tax and no mutual tax. Now assume say we 2 million private vehicles in Ghana. omutua na omuntua. So when you sit somewhere in the comfort of your office and you think that only 10% out of the population is tax, who this kind
Captain, whose fault is it? Say nipa 10%. What buy now we an integrated national ID and address system. And Kagana funa ubetumi account. Now with that, well, there's our data na a national data repository system. So now here for taxes are a specific. How simple is that?
Mamema ni akwaba ni aba bedru Economic Fighters League ena ni wo ye na yeka yi na ye hobomu aye frey fix the country for no demonstration ba ko baso axim ye be ko axim ye wi a me ye sure no de se committee ni kranji antumu a me nko am stage one man demonstration against the introduction of the e-tax.
No, Friday you called Parliament.
Ah, okay.
26th, yes.
Right? Because yen tiase nyansa bia nim.
That's it.
Over 3 billion Ghana cedis are president as well so ongodia. So anyway, mamin call Ivan. We are na mabani.
Captain, mamin chiao. Seven doors so say me who be our start grand free. My encha what here for na yanka so wo Ghana sisi usi abonten answer na budget we ban for some time now no I think that there has never been a time in the history of this particular country what the wailings of Ghanaians are so visible and so palpable. People are complaining about the desperate economic situation people are really wailing, and when you look at the tunnel there is no light at the end of the end. So the future looks extensively bleak, like there is no hope at all. So this particular budget here, by now, at least the government will factor the concerns of Ghana for raising into consideration. To near mana and Ghana for one kakra. But the insensitivity, so as science will be now talking about what happened in Keita. Tidal wave, air accident at sea. The president of the country could not even go on social media to tweet. On call, it's not an isolated case. Yeah, elections are born nipa to the president never visited them. When he had opportunity to travel to Techima, or catch up was a more me buafu pa na seat in a sense come when ni no mama ya lusu baako. The president of Techima could not even mention say nipa no mu ye no ebia or commiserate with the family. He never mentioned them. But it me call abonten na yakwaje Joy Fraud the year ni ababeye. Tidal wave ebisi wo Sudan. The Ghana led the delegation. I'm the vice president to Sudan to commiserate with the Momusika. So you can say insensitivity. That is the highest level of insensitivity. So when you have such a picture skill description of the person in charge, now we factor into how we handle the economy. I think that you will not be surprised because what is happening right now, taxes upon taxes. The Biameka country being who was assessed on the tax, and on mine one of the ways I grow taxes. But all the taxes and also you're supposed to use it wisely and judiciously. Sabi any panubenya some faso. But we now buy now I na hot tip on cost buying. Now all the tax tax na ya they are spending the taxes on fancy fixtures. Ya the G and need sikanu din semuna. Obviously Ghanaians will complain. Because I was telling somebody say beneath every tax regime biano, there must be a booming economic activity. Businesses are coso. So when the businesses are thriving, that is where you tax the people and you take the money and they use it to expand whatever that you want to do. But then you are taxing the people instead of businesses. But we don't tax human beings. We tax businesses and we. Me set example. So Oko UK, I'm going to pay English football. No? So Oko UK, maybe a more tax system also UK. Footballers, they pay about 40% of their salary to taxes. But when they complain, because the English system now has been able to create a competitive football arena that everybody wants to be there. That's why the taxes. Because EPL, 1 week, open 1 year, your name will be everywhere. So despite the taxes, people will go. Actually, when they take the taxes, they use it wisely and the people will gain. Yeah. taxes in the then you begin to ask yourself, so tax na ye jina de be na ye de aye. Answer na we be say question no. Ya bobo senior in the history of this particular country, aban bia mo bi da. Utu wani a omunya mfa nya hwe, unhu hwe. So such a character now oba biem now so oba bejeje taxes. A Ghana for question. And when they are questioned, sometimes the tone, the language among for the kasa body language, ministers and as for they responded to Ghanaians. Sometimes some minister but TV is not kasa who be as a diesel no guni timo said yes, because taxi where I can want say yes say taxes imomo ni na say for and the minister of state and a quarter TV so ka say so we are transaction as above 100 Ghana, then we are
not poor. Sure.
Yes, and you deserve no good.
Tell me what Samba Bonchaba can be observed was sent cumulatively to 3,000 and near tax. They are even confused.
On your serious. Say you deserve no good team. Nasa we are minister of state. Now when our cancer what cost squares are near money now. Your classic definition of how you define it. Your friends are poverty, because poverty around the world, the acceptable metric I use GDP per capita. And then your friends are UN. I'm also introduced to this HDI. That's your friends a Human Development Index. These are globally they assess and Africa. So we get all the ratings are clear. You see, say we are living in an impoverished society. So you can never go and sit on TV as a minister and speculate in an attempt to redefine poverty and what poverty means. About the saying now, your friend is saying, oh yeah, Obi sending mobile money above 100 Ghana cedis, and you get other ministers talking all these things. Obi suba catch us say Ghana for should keep quiet na yet nipa na yet tax na your friend is saying transaction and na yet tax. Na me bisa say what she aponchi an okoye momo da, anye nipa na ye momo. What could she aponchi koye momo da. So sometimes you begin to ask, I know make us say this is a good nipa team and modern nam chroma, the arrogance, the filthy mix of arrogance and sincere ignorance these people throw in their wake. It's so amazing. You see, there is this wave of your friend is saying late sentimentalism and this intellectual bullshit. And then so everybody thinks he's okay, and then they are just taking us for granted. So the implications on this particular economy is really going to be very damning. And in the first place, Yantiara vice president advocating for digitization, a cashless society, and so forth. And you see, this e-levy they are not charging it on the service fee, the bulk money, which is abanya or you say they want to target the big money. And the over 100 million as I was send their mobile through Momoa. Sika bet you free. And easy because already no telecos na nkasa charge dada. And this a government they will ever can who send it 10 million 100 million, you may lose over about 2 million. Now when other buyers are there no. So I know the day indirectly no one kasano will deter people from engaging in some of this cashless way and around their ranks they are confused. They don't even know what they are talking about. No, you have a deputy minister of finance telling you say your friend say, "Oh, send it." I say, "Momo." They are giving contradictory explanation as to what actually constitutes. As to what I say me yisika from a mobile money, a bank account to a mobile money ma. A terminal point become a transaction. Now say me here from Momo no so they are mobile and so metiana. These are things and Ghana from Wabuchire. Yeah, budget at the Babontia. Yeah, has a month for best send sika. Sa sika na efra bonten ba na se be kosoro enti enna no nipa na otia bruche no hwan na be send sika ba no invel so the sika ba sika obetua no so eso so indirectly no wan kasa no you are trying to use all these means e be ya o ho be ya ode na sika no wo jinso ansemhunu na yedidi ya je sika na afi nsemhunu yedidi ana Ghana for ho kire and then the economic hardship among for wom no kosoro and the government has absolutely no plan to mitigate. Then Captain Finance Minister Kojina Parliament what he tried to do is to say or rationalize all this reckless economic management I unfolded in the last 5 years away on COVID-19. So COVID-19 is solely responsible for this. I'm sitting here and I'm telling them, say, the attempt to rationalize government incompetence, not just reckless management, basing it on COVID-19, no, it's nothing but a manufactured nonsense. These guys are just using to rationalize their failure. Because in the first place, So we have COVID-19 nearby. What has been the exact print of COVID-19 on this particular economy? Don't forget, COVID-19 at the early stage. Now you young tenacity and your friend say impact assessment and you run it to IMF. Then we took over $1 billion. Yes, COVID-19 and the buyer. The World Bank again was giving countries money to mitigate the effect of COVID-19. Ghana, you share $100 million from World Bank. Again, so we Ghana and Kasa buying no buy no COVID-19 or the taxes too now ba. Yes, set a recovery fund amount for your donation in a home. So COVID-19 buy this amount of money coming into the system.
America be cheese.
Sika, good. Then you be not will be beside your spending. Your spending they say. I buy promises say obe vaccinating nipa 20 million. 20 million no as at November 8th. Na vaccine about Chroma 8.4 million doses. And Abedu Chroma. Out of that, Captain, do you know say 62% was provided by COVAX platform, which means say Diaka. Because COVAX initiative is a platform where you creating poor countries will access to. So over 8.4 million doses of vaccine about Chroma and 62% came through the COVAX platform, which translates to 5.2 million doses. Yeah. Which means the government ain't spending anything. I feel no one making projections over 15 million doses. Yeah, quite a bubble senior or IMF ho na free say from 2023 going and so the government ain't spend. Yes,
we feel say
yes. Go and read the budget is there.
Nipa prenkwan.
Yes. 15 million doses. So government ain't spending anything on COVID. I'm telling you all this. And Captain, do you know say Nipa 20 million now almost vaccinate as we speak Nipa ya vaccinate we are fully vaccinated out of 20 million Nipa 800,000 800 bit so only 1 million
after taking $3.1 billion.
Yes, I'm saying listen to me very carefully. Me say fully vaccinated fully vaccinated and now more at least one dose. Oka omone we nyina boma 2.5 million persons but omo de na full but nipa omo ye fully vaccinated e okrom has see aban 20 million no over 800,000 people, and these people want to rationalize their failure, their incompetence, banging everything on COVID-19. Me say there is no plenty of people to be pontificate. Say this is the exact impact of COVID-19 on this particular economy because COVID we buy sika yenya crowd also change the lose. And 2020 COVID na one heydays, go and look at the budget. Yeah, revenue we exceeded our revenue target in this particular country, somewhere around 2.something%. So the government has no sensible justification or rationalizing all these things by blaming COVID-19 for our woes. Because we have incompetent and clueless bunch of individuals who are pretending to be intelligent when in reality they are not. I have told you, said there is but wisdom and intelligence, you can never fake it. Because always the stage will expose you. So they should admit, say, they have nothing better to offer this particular country. This time that Ghanaians are wailing, this time that people are complaining, then the president will again allocate such huge sums of money to his office. At the president's office, Oko Flaster House or a factory or Oko Flaster House or a teacher for cow.
One district, one factory.
They are just one-time dissipation of state resources. We are just throwing it away. No more people are wanting. I work on hand jumbo jet near the nam. You didn't say so. Okacha Ghana and his own tax. I bet take you serious. And then this road to ya come once a day. And another one to the vice president. Ordinary advocate for digitization and as for you say a critic conjunction. And there never be a real theory. Your friend is saying. Can't we use the same digitization to create a red zone? No human being will not sit there and say, oh, the tax. Now, people will swap and go away. And then if you're losing revenue, there are machines that you can even insert it under the road. Car no chama, ebe counted the number of cars. Because the part of motor or moji sikado, obi an cheki or and I ticket in my for one checking tino, or more cassabet me print it or more ticket. So ne dia ba akoma or not buying dia ba akoma. At the end of the day, the money goes into the account because we'll be in how or check it. So as a rational and as a reasonable government, you take all these things into consideration and then you work towards it. And then we have another joke of the week. The road minister. This is a person who claims to be a lawyer. This is a person who has been in parliament for so long. Or you're privy to your friends say this parliamentary proceedings and what is involved when abra ya read the budget and as for no finance minister kujina parliament barely 1 hour after then you write a letter say YNCZ way such a clueless display of ignorance. Clueless display of sincere ignorance. And yes, and our display because as I'm not kind over the years, that when you read the budget, then you move on NCZ road. Every Sikana you losing, willfully causing financial loss to the state. In the future, that man must go to jail. And the other side is the comedy. Also, Uncle letter Bible and say, "Now, man, for a you see, sometimes you can be incompetent, but to be foolishly incompetent is a crime. Yes, sometimes you can be because all this hour and by a backfire. No, there was no need for subsequent letter to rationalize. Oh, now, man, for a and that ben no more that because finance minister be with you, and the time in time I would win by like 4 hours. It is a Ghana for Kokon, yeah. So these are some of the ways they are just pretending to be intelligent and they are not sincere. Among you Ghana for until mine people are willing and almost miss I hear him the treachery. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
I'm more catching as a napco no. A time so when you coffee. Do you know say I could forward to a buy timia for nipa 33,000 out of napco now you're more permanent and can let any kind of ye job when you kofi Ghana for kasa and you say on Saimbra, then the finance minister will have the guts to go and stand before parliament and tell them say yeah 33,000 permanent. Among your permanent whatever.
Wuko school no captain. Time bring do na wuko school no. We ye sohwe.
Na we school
Na we ye sohwe. Upon kroma begina you so oka with pride. Ya employ nipa 33. We ye sohwe na nya 33% wa pass.
Even that is not true. That is not true unless your friends say evidence to prove otherwise because that particular statement we are taking the analogy from Nema I see around it to me it is not true and then say I see you start a business I'm a youth for you about Tampa finance minister about this also almost a youth bank last year youth bank no you see these are clueless jokers the free said they are ruling
but do we need a youth bank? I was even happy say one Mosubium this year.
Oh my gosh.
Because after the budget,
yeah.
You see the MPP lost base with the Ghanaian youth.
Yeah.
From 2018, but 2018 MPP government we know. Only Ghana maybe yes. But now a Bainankase who say youth they call.
Yeah.
Because one, that time, now we could job on Kroma. Then Yamia Wadom, former Deputy Minister of Roads and Highways, see your friend say, former MPP National Youth Organizer, Anthony Cabo.
Yeah.
Now Anthony Cabo. Samia Uku, who was the national organizer then. Now youth for but and maybe na kasa tena say no hwede no mu say no ade no enye ya ban na wo so yi and the youth na kasa started say we driving themselves away from this government aban na hu eti 2020 ye to aban no wie na aban no say wo hwe youth bracket na won ekot youth to abama MPP 2020 no e conform chain youth to abama NDC 2020.
Oh wow.
Oh yes, do the analysis, the age analysis, you know. It's one more analysis we no hunum so ndabi ade na won chen because one no mo senior high school now mo wie na mo enjoy free senior high school no we check mo numbers no now we the checking numbers na ekoto aba no for the MPP and NDC na no mo say there be a mistake the ekokan budget a ye mfa mbahye say e be create youth bank no one create youth bank number
yeah
and then bank be ordering Ghana for what we $100 million. You the be youth in entrepreneur. Sasika no aban the 100 million Ghana cedis in year day from UMB fine and the econo and faso bi amaso. Afen na wo be taxi momu. The one catch them say What the best to one entrepreneurs now, but no one the entrepreneur.
They don't think about that. That is the reality.
Oh, please.
And the lies, because even also last year, idea at least communicate to Ghanaians. You don't just come and stand there and be making promises and then as for them. This particular Momo tax when as for it will come and crash Ghana. So now a message to the minority, the other persons or multi-parliament, and say first, the political narrative has always been, oh, you need numbers, and the majority will always have their way. The minority will, your friend is saying, have their say. And then that narrative, a change your name. And then public opinion is crucial to shaping in public policy and your friends say national discourse like this. Even if you don't have the numbers, the Ghanaians are angry. You mobilize the forces, the voices. You can use that as a tool to shake the foundations of government. So, and then you need numbers in us for this thing must not go through. Because your future, your destiny of this particular country is standing on this particular thing. Yes, it is capable. That is where the money is. Because do you know, say June, as at June 2021 way, Momo transaction figures from Bank of Ghana, I think it was around 89.1 billion. So, Sikanoson, your taxi that is where they are. But the damning consequences and the implications on the economic life of Ghanaians, that one there, they don't care. Now, your judges Sikana, your sign their dinsem hunusa usual. It's a hunusa and this kind of
Captain.
Now, you're wasting.
Captain, the real problem, no Ghana for Munti, and yet e-levy no. Any taxes are what they are to Momo no. Munti asema me beken. Bisa who say, eye deng na e-levy no kra e buy, and I say Momo buy ana. If we had a thinking, the MPP or the NDC don't have the mental capacity to plan young lives. The reason in Tia Momo no, they say, be gateway. The government of Ghana in the gateway, a disgrace. A country of 30 million, you need gateway. Into Yako borrow or big gateway. Now you a young financial transactions. Number one, a security threat.
Yeah.
Momo Kesi was shut down. Young whole businesses, commerce, be collapse. Inti se wo adwene wo wutima as a finance minister. Baumye so then digital on TSA because on digital car and by now young Ghana Funankasa Bank of Ghana will gateway transactions if you firm. Then you to mean your gateway because you need credit system. You need credit system. Ever identify Obia uniquely. Then you no because integrated national ID and address system. Ni yeni bi. Musori anam the Ghana card. Oyi yene policy ba be change and no change. Mo nwini ye kan mo buafu. Captain, you need gateway. I think na yesa obi man. Unim na how much money MTN make. MTN makes more money than Ghana government.
And they take it away.
No, what they call Chrome. Now, the more impoverished, the ordinary Ghanaian, how can you be for Ghana? Now, who bang me also persuade president? Would be nereba? Me perceive me face wo in on stage. Now they argue. Now don't digital fabra. Now you have ideas. You're the best decimate ideas. E-wisdom.
Me arrange Dr. Baumia.
Me say fanebra.
One-on-one.
Me say one-on-one. Bra. Ne yen cancer menchiro. Ne yen fan decimate wo. Wo so ye. Hey. Wo be me.
Oma. Oh, I didn't cry funny. Me. Yes. 26th, right?
26th Friday, yes.
And I call Parliament.
Yes.
Okay.
And make sure viewers out there, fellow panelists, the camera crew and everyone. From the beginning, Captain, I can't say these people who are asking to fix the country,
they can't fix it. They don't have the clue.
They will not, they cannot, and they do not know how to fix the country.
Okay.
And every single time, I'm vindicated.
So we are asking the wrong people to fix the country.
Pouring water into a basket is not going to work. They cannot do it. And you see consistently, so share on budgets they bring every year. Even the policies they put in there is not nation building. It's not towards nation building. It's basically for revenue mobilization, to make more money. That's what they are focusing on. And drain the welfare of the people. The social economic conditions of the people is not their main focus. And I've said this, we should stop asking the same people to fix it because they cannot, they will not, and they do not know how to fix it. Okay. Captain, I'll touch on a few issues. Let's start with the digitalization of the economy. To put it in summary, to digitize the economy means putting everything on the electronic sector, so you don't do with the paperwork and all of that. Captain, the very first thing you have to do before you can migrate onto digital system, and it's infrastructure. Infrastructure for a digitalization program, and they said the first thing you have to have is an internet service. The entire nation called Ghana, you need national telecoms platform or infrastructure. And we would have to base our digitalization of the economy on the private sector. And most of these are foreign national companies. And how can a whole nation put its whole digitized economy on someone else's platform? Yeah. Like Kofi just said, they're a national security threat. And sometimes I wonder who advises the president on some of these issues. This is cybersecurity, and it's a very sensitive issue. Now, saying America, a whole America with all their sophistication and technology, someone tried to hack their system.
For sure.
And this is someone who owns their own platform and have their cybersecurity in place, top notch. But Obi try say Obi hack our system. Now you're going to borrow someone's platform. I mean, what can you even do with that? And it's not even about cluelessness.
Okay.
It's very difficult to describe this without being insulting. And I don't want to. No, seriously, because if you don't know, Captain, copy and paste. And will be mine. So what are they doing? How are they doing it? And then you can learn from that. And I've said today, we have the most potential for growth and development because all the technology is already there. The money is available in abundant resources. I mean, in abundant quantities. And he said, develop here. It's overnight. And then China is putting up a 10-story building in less than 24 hours. And if we need to build or develop Ghana, I'm saying we have the most potential. But these guys, I don't know how to describe it. I can't say it's incompetence any longer because we sent a delegation to Rwanda to study the BRT system for their bus system. Up to today, what has happened? Yes. Nothing. I mean,
Egypt right now is building a new capital city.
Yes.
From scratch.
Yasuma Ebimu say go and copy keke and come and paste. And no, they are not able to do. This is not incompetence. I really don't know. I can't find the words to describe this. But again, Captain, in 2016, our current Vice President, Dr. Baumia, had said, we have to focus on production rather than taxation. And I agree with him strongly. He says you cannot tax the people continuously because if you tax, you cannot generate revenue. And if you cannot generate revenue, you will not be able to, if you tax, you're not able to stimulate growth. And if there's no growth, you cannot generate revenue. And if there's no revenue being generated, then you're going to be forced to tax some more. And he says when you engage in this, you are engaged in a cyclical downward spiral. This is his exact words he used. And I was expecting that he would have lived through or stood by his word. But then again, these people have become very wishy-washy. If they say one thing and now Master Salmon and do the very opposite of what they've said. And there's no trust, there's no credibility with the government. And let me put this on record. And yes, Ghanaians don't want to pay taxes. And yes, we are against tax paying, Debbie. But there's no trust, there's no accountability, there's no probity as to what the taxes we've collected over the years have been used for. And he said, every day, me will say, oh, the year, Juma, the year, but there's nothing to show for it. How then do you come to me and ask me, say, me more money? It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. Again, let's go back to the production sector. I've said this continuously, Captain said. Development is not by accident, Debbie. For development to happen, it's a conscious, deliberate, concerted effort to make these things happen. And I have also said, it is the deliberate application of wisdom to resources. And what you have with you, and then you use that to develop. And not every country in the world has gold. But then there are some people who are making extraordinary achievement or development. And the resources are one, yes, but your main index for development is your human capital, your human resources. What have we done to develop our people? Now, with production, I've said, your main boosting tool for production is manufacturing or industry. That's how you can generate revenue quickly. And before any government would be able to convince me personally, say, they are serious about developing Ghana, there are 4 main issues or 4 main sectors I want to see certain things being addressed. The first of which will be the energy sector. You say over 300 people to Glasgow say they're going for a COP26, and that's on a conference on climate change and all of that. The majority of those countries, the main pollutants are affecting the atmosphere, and the burning of fossil fuels. And Ghana is a producer of oil, and most of our attention or dependence has been put on the oil sector. But the entire world is actually shifting away from fossil fuels. And see, in a very short time, Captain, nobody will be buying oil because oil will be not needed.
That's right.
And see, if you are building your economy right now on the sole commodity of oil now, then you're actually missing the point. And that is our number one generator of revenue right now. And see, if you've gone for a conference and I'm not back, and I've learned some things about global change and how the entire world is moving away from fossil fuel consumption. I was expecting to see in the budget an allocation towards renewable, sustainable energy sources, but that was not captured. And see, Captain, I'm telling you, I cannot even continue to describe this as incompetence because no, Marco conference almost says they see our oil no cry, yeah, baby jai. And see, and more back no budget, no, then share how you can restructure the economy away from dependence on oil. But that was not done. It was not done. And I've said, sir, after you've taken care of your energy generation capacity, that's moving to renewable, sustainable energy sources. No, your next thing is supposed to look at your skilled labor, which is education. And see, again, I was expecting, say, in the budget, I would have seen an allocation in education or towards education for skills training. And skills, and yes, sir, Peter, shop be
specific
and now yes, but education based on science and engineering. This is what will catalyze our development growth. And I was expecting to see a budget allocation for education based on STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and maths. But that was not even captured in the budget. I've also said, sir, Captain, infrastructure is very key to development. And we do not build roads because we want our citizens to ride in style and comfort. That's not the primary functions of roads. I have said consistently, sir, roads are supposed to connect the market or the raw material producing communities to the market or the industries. This is how you plan development. But say, see, we say year of roads. Captain, which roads have we built that are connecting market centers to the production centers? What have we seen? Nothing. And I said, we see this road there, then we just go and slap quota on it because you're building roads. Yeah, your whole road, well, then just go and put asphalt.
It's linked to nothing. Oh.
Nothing. And see, I'll give you an example with Cocoa Road.
We are just building roads because I sit here in Accra, watch the conscious policy efforts of building East Legon and Laboni roads where there are no road tolls.
For comfort.
For the comfort of ministers driving to see the rented apartment of their girlfriends. That's it.
Yeah.
But over course if you go di baby a cocoa ni nnuane ni fiber no roads ni nye.
I have said, sir, if you look at the cocoa roads particularly, cocoa roads connect the cocoa growing communities to the market. In the very short time, when we said the roads themselves pay off because you're able to facilitate the trade and commerce in cocoa. And so you revenue, and that revenue is even used to build other infrastructure in other places. Okay. That's how roads are used in the economic planning scheme. But that is not even done. And see, Captain, you see, and then the next thing I've said is you have to look at your health and your health is directly linked with your agriculture because, and yes, you see hospitals there, but you have to look at your food that you eat because your food is actually your health and your health is your wealth. And see,
but keep sending your messages. I'll find some time about 10 minutes to read your messages. Princess Nati, you are at 3.3 viewer on Facebook now this morning. And it says, when we pay taxes and we don't see the tangibility of our money, then there's no need. Justice Kwanzaa. Justice Kwanzaa says this particular NPP is China-made NPP, not the regional NPP. Kweku Ampa says Justice Kwanzaa straight up. And then Kiki Eban, Captain, your Tuesday team are the best. They talk with too much fact and sense. And say, you're doing fact, I say, I'm at radio, so what I said. Jones Asante, Captain, the man is talking sense. And then Yantechi Nicholas, watching you from Ashtown in Kumasi. So you keep bringing in your messages. You have kind messages, you know, at the amount. Now, after also when it takes me now,
yes, and see, that is one of the revenue generating agencies and our options we have. That's to focus on production, not taxation. Another thing is, Captain, so I'll share Auditor General's report for 2020.
Oh,
Auditor General say 12 billion Ghana cedis have been stolen.
That's right.
In fact, I don't like to use the word misappropriated or
misapplied.
No, those are just and that's what's happened. 12 billion Ghana cedis. Almost with the e-levy, their target is some 6.9 billion Ghana cedis to collect with the e-levy. If we could put measures in place, and now Obama bought Ghana the last time, I'll say we need strong institutions. If we can have very strong institutions to check out these bottlenecks or these loopholes, we can save more than enough money to support some of these development projects we're looking for. And see, what is 6.9 billion compared to 12 billion? I mean, this is just common sense. And see, let's put a stop on corruption. In fact, I'm studying a document right now. It's a report that was done by the UK government. Almost say they are looking at how they can increase their foreign direct investments to other countries in Africa.
That's right.
And I'm offer 4 countries as case studies: Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa. Britain government say they prefer to put, so far, most of their foreign direct investments goes to South Africa. Why? Almost say Ghana, Nigeria, and Kenya, the corruption is just too high. And see, so almost kind of bad. The people steal the monies. So they're not even able to make benefits out of the monies they brought in here. And see, I didn't know Obefa Niskasa or Baba invest in Ghana. And see, if we could check just corruption alone, there are people outside who are looking to invest in Ghana to build up some of these things. But since you want to mean, but because of corruption, that's the single number one important factor they've raised. It's killing investor appetite to come into Ghana. And see, if they're really serious about it, let's put a stop to the stealing of national resources, and then that would even give us some generation of revenue internally. Another thing, ownership of natural resources. Captain, Ghana is the number one producer of gold on the African continent today. You're two gold chain in South Africa.
That's right.
But why are we not getting anything out of it? In fact, you're two gold, no, you're Ghana near 1.71% out of the gold revenue. I mean,
and 0.7 coin to royalties into Abina Kasenya 1%.
And 1% before to hit 1% before to hit the national coffers. No.
What's it? Where
So 1%, and some I hit government coffers. No, now will be at 4.1%. No, so account. And see, it's just TV. That's what it is. But if we could renegotiate or review some of our contracts pertaining to the extractive industry, mining and oil particularly, there's more than enough revenue that can be generated from that part to do some things. Captain, previously on your show, now and I say, Ghana doesn't own our ports.
Oh, sure. I mean,
and every country that has a port, we will say one of your major revenue generating sources are the ports. And see, if Ghana, as it stands today, does not control, in fact, one company in the clause almost signing with our company, almost say, any container ship that comes to Ghana, it was more than 200 containers on the ship, terminal on the clear. And Captain, today as it stands in 2021, I don't know of any container ship that carries less than 200 containers. I mean, I don't know. And that's what I studied in school. I was supposed to be on the sea, navigating and all that. It's a sector I'm really, really interested in. There's no container ship you see today that carries less than 200 ships. And I can know. Because today understand that they want to mean faster ship, and your business and yeah. And see, we are losing major resources from these parts. And rather than they sitting down to formulate policies on how we can cross-check and check some of these things, almost say, let's put all the burden on the already impoverished Ghanaian on the streets. Now, mind you, most of the taxes we are dealing with, between January and up to now in November, fuel prices have gone up over 16 times.
Now, what is question day by
18
18 times.
And now, they who are supposed to, now, Captain, more increasing prices, they don't buy fuel. They don't. VA is not called fuel station. Whatever cheat or whatever they have, now you have buagumu for them full tank. And they run and then go and do whatever they have to. They don't buy fuel. And see the taxes, the hardship that Ghanaians are feeling, they don't feel it. I don't know if the word is tima.
I want it tima.
I want tima for the ordinary Ghanaian on the streets. They don't feel what we are feeling. You say he who feels it knows it. But if we were able to scrape all the benefits and allowances that so-called Article 71 holders were having for a month, if we're able to prevent them from going outside for healthcare for a month, if we are going to prevent them from enrolling their children in schools abroad for a month, Captain, this country will change overnight. It will be like a magic performance show because they don't feel the conditions of the ordinary Ghanaian on the street until they don't have that sympathy or that connection with the people to even see what the problem is. Yesterday, I started this movement called Fix the Country. I must say, They formed a new movement called Fixing the Country.
That's right.
Led by Osu Bembane and Captain, Omo year press conference yesterday, yeah, press conference on the budget, 2022 budget. And they also had their press counter press statement. Say they've never seen such an empathetic budget. As in, like, you know, this government, this budget speaks. Yeah, but Captain, if you're slapping extra taxes on the people who are yet to recover from the impact of COVID-19, how is that sympathetic?
Which you claim.
But your friend say, I'm going to say, because of COVID-19. Granted. Now, if the people are suffering and they have lost jobs, they are looking at how they can even fend for themselves. Now, the more taxes are back, who say now this budget is actually sympathetic with the people. But this is a crowd of war. This one is expensive. And see, Captain, you see, it's gotten me, Captain, I'll say this. The people we are asking to fix this country cannot fix it. A bit more based I say, so what is the way forward? Right now, the next agenda on the plate is 26th, that's on the Friday, you call Parliament. And you see, this is a test of our democratic principles. So indeed, Ghana is a democracy. And one of the tenets of democracy, and you say, the voice of the people is sacrosanct. If we go to Parliament and we speak, say, majority of the people, in fact, unanimously we've decided, say, we do not agree or accept this budget. If they are adamant to still pass this budget, then it will be clear for all Ghanaians and indeed the international community to see, say, they do not stand by the democratic principles that they claim to be supporting. And see, Friday, we're calling all the youth, especially, say, young Parliament House, let's go speak to them to drop that budget. Captain, thank you.
GH
Never from the big workers. As I dey drive, I hear my telephone ringing. As I dey answer, I see my fine lady passing. Before I realize,
Yenye Asaba. If you don't cause I'm quite somra. Yakoya sign Abba. Facebook for them had you. Adverting editor and co mote ya few no majane. Monsambre. Maka 2.5. More moko and Monsamra. Imper off bia one part veteran tia Sambra. A morning show for Quakra morning show no omo yapon. Munkaya. Imper off bia lam chonas. I'm sure ya sayamba. Question back open me say Ghana youth do. Yen say dem bi mu ne yenye. Yen jaya abado to ana. Yen tum free krum ha. Den na yenye. But me starting feel innocent. Medical fee baby. No about
Captain,
yes,
I think yes, there is no place better than home. Ghana is our homeland, and nobody is supposed to run. Even Ghana for Kromotia Manon, no, and yet Nigim and I do not the hop because it could be a penis or that's around a pa or tinukrum, and you should be hunima mean, be papa him. But because of some unbearable circumstances in Tino, a man for a to kind, Alja or Mobusi and Hotia Manon, and yet Nijasun or modete, but situation Yabasa. I had dear Senka near my Coswo Crum ha, and Canipano Mutu Kwan and Cadona better than her Mobusia. And this is our country, and we must do everything to fix it. It's the reason why we'll be messy up. We cannot just shut up. Maka said the progress of every society largely depends on the thinking of the people in a country. But that country is doomed if majority of the people in a country are idiots and cannot think rationally. It is also worse when leaders who are leading that particular country need to for there and that country, that society is dead and gone. We seem to be choking under that particular weight. Or not to say yawo. And the ability to save your home, they say, you better not say. Now ya nkasa ya liberate your home from that particular way na ya. When we become rational, that is the first step. Say ya maya ni antia, we can sit here, scream and yeah, we will never progress. First one, I started with her because sometimes if you go to social media, if you want to understand the psyche of Ghanaians, go on social media. Just go and look at the stupid things people follow. Things What a chroma yes will be sex tape about over corner comment was over about 1,000K. Utronian Sasema, nobody will talk about it. A child the thinking of the larger society. A child say yeti chroma ni focus. Enti yama yeniti na ye tenase na ya ankasa government who say we make rational choices at the end of the day, you know, we will look at the subject matter, we will look at the prevailing economic, social and political environment, you know, na ye jina so to aba, then people will sit up and see the need to fix this particular country. Then okay about what we can do for the youth. You see, there are a lot of avenues. We have sectors you mentioned football in this modern world and they are creating a huge economy. The figures you gave. And you begin to ask yourself, say Ghana, there been any free food over the years. Open mind by acquiring the sub-region our talent in Ghana. Sure. But unfortunately, and yani mali kobobo anka mali for the omo yene so omo kan mpie. But and youth football omo sha Ghana. E chira say ya ankasa we are not putting premium on that talent na as for na ya wono. Yeti kroma say yetimitam sika boom, yesa blasters. Now they will just go and just throw that money away. Yeah, this kind of my blasters. Yeah, nimses as kind of econo. At the papa be and free muma. Yet we pay them. Ya ko work up sika ya dem my players and switch the US and other places. Yeah, okay, ya say ya market ya. Ya ko advertise or minor. Then they yanko see any advert. Sa sika na ye de ye woni nyina na ye wo talent across the country. Oko tamale, oko biye, oko hefa doma baabia talent. So as a government, you know, you set up like a factory, you hunt talent. Abe depend ni to ni abo anom. Amam for cause omuko ama obi no ko hu omu. I'm told Abedi is from the north. Obi na identify, you know, and Awudu Isaka from Sampa. Several individuals, we have chance of those talents here. It is as kana ye to go blaster ma yedi din semunu. You say ye call work up na ye ko nefa na ye kwa kodu. I know that we use those resources. You bet me create another avenue. You bet me talent youth na know the day and unya player ba kona odi no kwa mononia. The invest income ebe ba or minus so nya de ketwa. We are not looking at all these things. Ya kwatena ba bi na GFA na de ba ena nsem nko even your local football na ya born ha still for the economic activities. Ya kotoko na ya house na amamfo di achiro. Look at the league we are playing. Sika kura nim and at the end of the day no obo team no we are winya bi. So today Egypt na asefo no nya team versus Ghana players na de omoko. Because there is no investment, the government is not interested, but they forget that this is a fertile avenue. You can breed talent and sell them. Breeding talent and selling them alone can give us a lot of money. People are not thinking. Then you go back to the creative art industry. My culture says it's one industry. Yes, send people more gain at the more you get value for money. Yes. And you see these people.
Okay, come and tell her why music producer, why managing artist, why entertainment pundit, Oba TV3 ha mentor, mentor one that time no bar so pa. I mean, if you have such a personality there, you
see these characters, you know, and they are just hype product.
Oh.
Yes, because this gentleman ya oboni din over the years otna TV so and say muna waka na okroma anya adeketwa. And do you know say within sector na yedna kon about 50% of musicians na ono mo nyina akon. Ono mo nyina akon e okroma say.
I know your time no ye adwuma.
No. Quite recently he did an interview. O say amam force sector na e collapse. O say omo career wu e na mo keka sa asem na minister kasa. You see, that arrogance, they will not have time to sit and think and profess alternative because, you're a minister, we never know PBM. So that arrogant behavior, no, but culture say it is also another sector, at least, they may breed a lot of talent. And take advantage of the social media and this digital space, by investment and Hollywood, America, go and look at their GDP. Need the contribution of Hollywood. Hong Kong to them. Netflix alone, just go and look at the value. Netflix and revenue more banking in a what Ghana government enya. Which means you invest in that particular way now, we will get money. Look at what is happening in the social media. Things we hype. And company to me YouTube. No, dear Temna, Okona 2K, I'm for the psyche, the people are sick. So we need to sanitize the brain of Ghanaians. Now you put all these things.
Baby papa be
now when there's so creative baby papa. Why not so creative, papa? That creative art industry, your culture, and as a form, you bet me turn it into something because US and other places, that is what they are using. And now South Africa, a new household name in movies. Oko Netflix, or one casa or space. Nigeria is going. Where are we as a country? Your culture, your progress. So, yen ni santino, ye jai ama amamfo, amo yen biara. So, uko kumasia, kumawudi abaye. It was a very nice avenue. Amount for opportunity in for, but just go and look at the storylines and almost sell it to amount for storylines, you know. Yes, I in some na abrobia will feel before. Utu kwanya wudi sikaba abusian for bese no. So that is what they are reinforcing in the minds of people. So who heard those Kumawood movies new year? Or where utu kwanya feel crowd because the impression you get say abrobia what if you be before. You see, this is the primitive cultural orientation. Yeah, insert it through movies because people who are supposed to be reasonable thinkers and write the stories and give it to them, they are not doing it. So abaye say yeah the pesika. So story or not if you're primitive, abema who say abrobia before no. That is what they are selling. Until of the radio station, Mateo Kumasa, yet me for radio say so for any interview. Look at the thinking. Baby, people are inventing computers, you know. Before studio, so you see, that is a kind of society I woman, the thinking of the people, no, and you're right. Until we must invest in areas like this creative art industry, you know, there are a lot of talent abound. Setting up schools are from you can create our own digital platform like Netflix. Yenya Ghanaian movie series in as for stories around Hano and how we can move on in the next 20 years.
I'll come back to me to the Nafemin Koni, Hona Kofi Yembe. You to say yenya day, what you're catching.
Right, Captain, so my mama bear 5 minutes beer. Yeah, I'd like to remind the youth, you know, it's because first of all, we are Ghanaians. And this is something that we all have to get interested. But I want to prove to them the mandate we've been given as Ghanaians to do what we are doing. And so I'll show you a national anthem. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Yeah, say we sing only the first stanza, but we don't even sing the rest of them. But I have 3 different stanzas. And as you see, Kai last time, say, God bless our homeland, Ghana. Me was school, I don't even hear those things. And let me just, but by the way, your national anthem, it was written by, as it is right now, it was written by Michael Kwame Bozo. And he wrote it whilst he was a student. National competition. And I throw the lyrics to the national anthem. And then it was selected as a national anthem. And the government created the atmosphere for creative art, like my brother was saying. And now Michael Kwame Bozo, the lyrics for the national anthem. And we adopted this. But Captain, let me go through the first stanza first. I'll say, God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. Bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. I'll say, fill our hearts with true humility. Make us cherish fearless honesty. Just say, am I in sure say I'll say, fill our hearts with true humility. Make us cherish fearless honesty. And help us to resist oppressors' rule with all our will and with all our might forevermore. And see, this is what our nation is actually demanding of every youth of Ghana. This is not inciting any youth to violence, Debbie. It is for you to stand up and defend your nation. Captain, let me run through the second stanza quickly. I'll say, hail to thy name, O Ghana. To thee we make our solemn vow. Steadfast to build together. A nation strong in unity. With our gifts of mind and strength of arm. And the answer is committed to effort or labor.
That's right.
And we commit that to the resources that God has blessed us with. And that is what we use to build a nation. I'll say, steadfast to build together a nation strong in unity. With our gifts of mind and strength of arm. Whether night or day, in the midst of storm, in every need, whatever the call may be, to serve thee, Ghana, now and forevermore. And see, this is, I can make out through the third stanza just so people get familiar with it. I'll say, raise high the flag of Ghana, and one with Africa advance. Black star of hope and honor, wear the banner to all who thirst for liberty. Where the banner of Ghana freely flies, may the way to freedom truly lie. Arise, arise, O sons of Ghana land, and under God march on forever. Now, this is not inciting anyone to violence. Anka, And national anthem. The national anthem is saying the youth of Ghana must rise up to defend Ghana anytime, or say whether day or night. This is our sacred duty as Ghanaians. And see, we going to the House of Parliament on Friday, Captain, and yes, sir, you're basa basa derby. And I've been, let me use this opportunity, Captain, to throw this thing outside. Every time you have demonstrations, we've been asked that we should go and seek protection from the police. Captain, police protecting us from who? The people? We are the people. We march with the people. So why do we need protection from the people? I can understand the argument, sir. The police are brought there to make sure there are no rioting and all of this escalation of violence and all that. Yes, I can accept that. But Captain, you do not send policemen who are armed to the teeth to claim to be giving us protection. Again, protecting us from who? We march with the people, we stand with the people, we are the people. And so we don't need protection from the people. Indeed, the police themselves are part, but Captain, we'll leave that for another demonstration. But what should the youth do today? You say all the youth of Ghana must answer the call of duty to their nation. Ghana demands that we all stand together to make sure we defend Ghana first. And we all do this together in unity and in love. Thank you very much.
May I say, oh, Kofi?
Captain,
You tell me.
answer na me come asem so no per se the whole of the country that was safe, because you see a lot of people don't realize what goes on behind closed doors. This man is risking his life every day. He is so unpopular, but out of the unpopularness, no, he's become popular to you because we tune in to listen to him. Nia wa ye no ebro yen appreciation so. Na eya mon kind one pai boom. Uhu captain na onam bro. I would say a lion is not strained as would take one step, sir, in one majesty in movement. But se we hu lion on nama otono buasia. Eye esane se odere fa adwene to plan for the future. Na ode eno a preserve ni greatness. Nia oye no ode preserve enye ono ni greatness na ye na ye greatness. And we take the time to appreciate this man because he is really going way above and beyond the call of duty to bring us what we all tune in to see every day. Inti captain ye dawasi, ye na dawasi. But question now will be no. Hey, captain, young administration na ye propose to Ghana for no. Pe nebeye the administration na ebe to me eliminate corruption. Adinti because as a president, me ankasa, me exempt me home from all, me strip me home from all exemptions. It protect me from corruption. Inti, if you cause financial loss to the state, you will be executed. We a public figure. We of the judiciary legislature. Now we be sign a waiver say answer na ubenya we jumano. Who cause financial loss to the state, you will be executed. Sign waiver. If the current administration wants to sign that waiver into place, just to say, Kofi, we need to sign waiver now. And Sakrana, what they were pam for Maba. 1 year, the only catch, they say, one ankasano, there will be victims. One be what one be pepper soup, and sana yen cry aba. Inti enone warning, but this is the only way. Now, yama, the greenness of Ghana, listen, the only way we're going to solve the problem is say, invest heavily into agriculture. $10 billion into agriculture every year for the next 10 years. Yabesa Ghana. Ghana is going to be the hub for vegetables.
$10 billion?
Me say $10 billion. Captain, me your analysis me say, Captain, from Niama last time, from Amankeni, why is I show no?
Oh, me Amankeni show no. My Amankeni show no December.
Amankeni, first, let me just say a banchi. Say, Captain Amiye who say, Amankeni crowd what value sing banchi. Shouldn't this blow your mind? Amankeni, how long does it take to grow? Youth, we're going to make agriculture sexy again. We're going to put incentives into agriculture. Hey, what do we fubi no buebia? Yebe mau car, yebe mau dang, yebe free data, then now pay, ebe mau life. But yɛntumi amfa saa investment yɛanhyɛ agriculture yi mu a, the family of Ghana for no kra no yɛntumi feed wɔn ne yɛnya surplus ne export surplus no ne yɛnya foreign exchange reserves to pay down yɛn current debt ɛyɛ 341 billion gargantuan cedis no. NDC MPP, they are clueless. Listen to the budget. Go back 4 years ago, it's the same thing, different colors. Into the Erica chairman say, get us involved. Be with us. Koyen Facebook page, Kofi Granting GH. Get involved. Get with us on the Telegram platform. And let's brainstorm to make this cancer of the past. This cancer, as it is now, no, has fully metastasized. But we have one shot in 2024 to reverse this metastatic cancer. Ghana, we are in the crosshairs of the bullet. And this time, it's not going to hit any other part but Yinti, and it's going to take us out for good. Let's reverse this emergency. The youth, this is our moment of destiny. We have to seize this moment, because if we don't seize it, we're going to perish with it. Don't think that what life is so precious. Say you don't want to take the chance. You don't want to take the risk. You don't want to commit with conviction. Say this is the moment, because you don't have a choice. With time, whether you like it or not, the die is cast. Yeah. We are going to perish anyway. So take the shot. This is it. And Captain, thank you for giving us a shot. We will not let you down. We're going to take the shot.
All right. And Rana, many papa bia. Oye John Greek ministry bonko. Monene ni abremija na mane kasaya metifia mansumano. So very hobi so eden yo. No ba ha. Also me hwe TV so na nya atade e hye woni nam se ane masesa me ho. Bija na mane kasa wie ya. Ose yenti agri kasa ne ye kasa. So kasa tenten ewie ye. Hwe na nim din na me bisan se honorable. Who are Greek ministry ho ose no ose ane. And I'm say aduane ben pa na ye dua wo Eastern region a egini ntentem Chen Central region. I said, and also, question we if you say, oh, yeah, you Ministry of Agric. Who name a Duania, you do Eastern regional? The same Adrian would do our Central regional. And you intend to Eastern region, Chen Central region, no human tesa. Human tesa. Let me catch you and say, yeah, make cool meeting tea. O ma menko me dan me ho amekwa na me san me china ba na me hwe na ni kusu na ni zem kan so pani na menim se ye de bosuma sika na etetene twia woka mo maboa ye menim se sebe mo nim nyansa sa o se captain wo ye me na me se I am ayew o pa report me madam pare so o mechi me se mayew insulting behavior menim se mo ye jimi for sa eti agric ministry won ko mu gu ho kwa wo
Amosisi ho.
Omu gu ho kwa. Wo pa be no ntunchi ya sese ya. Ebro a yedua e wo gomu atakwa. Yen kodua the same ebro no wo kare. The same day, the same time. Yen fa time nto ho. Yen nya Glasgow planting ni bi. Mo gra mo sua de. Eti ye the time nto ho stop watch pa pay plant na de gum ni akata so. Na yen may na ye ho 21 days. Ye hwe de be grow ntem. Eno no ye de ya Greek. Enye de ukoso book ma broni atro. A wakra wo kan ye no wonte ase. Ade anyamo Greek minister Bob Eda. And ye ni na akoto de open now. Odi fufuo na no pa ne sa na kwata parliament wa obeda ho. Ode ni so te na o se e body aduro force this. Oh,
a Greek minister would name the value of a duenga would on your being. The matter.
Kofi Mamenda was say, Namenda innocent as say, and ni ase. Monshan so if yada, yebeko parliament. Samu momo tax no yentia.